Oh, shoot. This is Fred Yeha with another exciting episode of My Group. I want to take the time to talk about a more serious matter. It's something that I've actually dealt with myself. Seasonal depression. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. In case you all haven't been aware of it. Seasonal depression usually happens around this time, around the time of the fall seasons, leading into, our holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's said that there are a lot of suicide reports around this time of the year due to the feelings of loneliness. And I guess it's because not everyone is fortunate enough to have a lot of family around all the time. And many of us, we lose loved ones over the years, and there's so many things that happen throughout the course of the year. And the beginning of the year is never quite like the end of the year. And yeah, it can leave people feeling pretty down. I've experienced seasonal depression. I had it really bad one year. But as I think about it, I experienced it since I was a kid. I remember in grade school, throughout grade school, around this time of the year, I would just get really quiet. I didn't really want to talk much. There was nothing really going on at home or anything in that nature. But it's just something about this time of the year where there was just less sunlight, and I just didn't really want to talk. I just would come to school and I just didn't really want to be bothered. I just do my work and didn't really care for conversation. I just rather just be left alone. Couldn't really explain it. But I remember one year where it got, really bad. I want to say this was my sophomore year of college. I was on the collegiate wrestling team, and I was taking up a business major. But around that time, I wasn't really sure if college was really for me. I was juggling the options of school or joining the military, more specifically the Air Force. And I remember around that time, a girl who I was dating at the time, we had broken up. So perhaps those were factors as well, but I remember just how it all progressed. The beginning of that semester, I felt pretty good. I was excited. I was doing my workouts, cutting weight. I was focused on that upcoming season. And wrestling, by the way, if you never, I don't know, if any of you have ever wrestled collegiately or familiar with collegiate wrestling, but it's a lot of hard work. You're talking about the 5 a.m. workouts, followed by a 10 a.m. hour clinic, followed by a full-blown 3-hour practice at 3 p.m. And then if you still needed to cut weight, you stayed after. And if you were still determined to cut weight after you ate and had study hall, you were back in the fitness center elsewhere, and you were running, you were doing something. So you're talking about maybe 5 workouts a day, most days. So it's a lot of work. This particular year, I remember we had to, we set the clocks back, daylight savings time. And then it just kind of hit just like that. There wasn't as much sunlight. I just felt down in the dumps so badly. And it was I just couldn't shake myself out of it. It's everything just hurt. For the most part, everything hurt. Dealing with that and being a collegiate wrestler with all of the physical demands, I remember it hurt to run, it hurt to lift weights. I was always in so much pain. I think the only thing I actually found therapeutic was the actual wrestling, when it had nothing at all to do with the concept of drilling and conditioning. I think that was the only thing that I found to be pretty therapeutic, because I was kind of wrestling with myself. So I would allow myself to be put in positions where where my opponent could actually score a point on me because I could figure out a way to wrestle out of it. At the time I was a Christian. I still am a Christian, but I was a Christian, and I would listen to countless sermons and I would read scriptures, but it was just so difficult to just lift myself out of that funk. I wound up going to go, I actually went to go see a counselor talking about it, and they put me on an emergency watch thinking I was going to kill myself. I was never going to kill myself, but they thought I was going to kill myself. But it was so bad. It was terrible. At the end of that semester, I didn't even return back to school. I just went ahead. I left school alone after that. In fact, I remember being so tired that I knew I wasn't coming back for the spring semester. I already knew it. But I was so tired that I didn't even want to tell anyone that I wasn't coming back. I was too tired for a goodbye. I was too tired to give an explanation. I was too tired to hey, round up all my buddies and we hang out one last time, you know, until I just see you down the road. It was a real thing. It was a real heaviness. And I later went and I joined the Air Force and just took my life on a different course. But what I learned from that experience in general, because I never ever wanted to experience that ever again. And believe me, the seasonal depression did try to come back, but I found a way to conquer it. When I think about the seasons, you know, the seasons that we, spring, summer, fall, winter, when I think about the seasons, it relates a lot to life, honestly. We have springs, summers, falls, and we have winters in our lives. We have points and times in our lives where we have a lot of things going on. It looks so promising. And then we have those seasons where things tend to slow down a bit. And then we have those seasons where we're reaping everything that we sowed. We have a huge, massive harvest. And then we have those seasons where things are budding and you're starting to see the promise, and you're starting to see a glimpse of the fruits of your labor. And I know I kind of went out of order with the seasons, but when I thought about it that way, it changed the way that I looked at the seasons, and I no longer suffer from the seasonal depression, because this is the way it's supposed to be. This is what it is, and every season has its purpose, and we all need them. So if you're suffering from seasonal depression, like, just understand that that's what it is. Life is full of ups and downs. We can't always be up, and we can't always be down. There's an old saying, the wind doesn't always blow one way. It's gonna change direction at some point. And things aren't always gonna be slow. You just stay persistent and stay patient. Things will bud, things will begin to grow. You just keep working hard and keep your head in the right place. Everything will be all right. I hope it helps somebody. But man, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button underneath. Until next time, thank you all for joining my group. Peace. You all have a blessed day.